On March 1, 1998, a family named Lu went on an outing to the Dakan scenic area in Taiwan. One of the family members documented the entire trip with a camera. However, shortly after the outing ended, one of the participants suddenly passed away without any apparent reason, leaving the family devastated. It can be seen in the video that when the deceased was saying goodbye to the camera while descending the mountain, a pair of terrifying fangs appeared in his mouth. As you may have suspected, the deceased is indeed this man. However, what was even more chilling was when they realized that a little girl dressed in red was following them from the back of the line during their walking. Nobody knew who this little girl was, and nobody had seen her throughout the entire trip, nor did they know when she had appeared. Our protagonist, the little girl, makes her grand entrance, marking the beginning of an urban legend that has been haunting Taiwan for over 2 decades. She was dressed in a red child's outfit and had a face that looked like an old woman, which was extremely terrifying. At this point, the family members began to suspect the cause of their loved one's death and felt that it must be related to the mysterious little girl in red. They decided to hand over the footage to a well-known paranormal TV show in Taiwan. Later, the segment was broadcasted on the mysterious Voltage section of the show Super Sunday, immediately sparking a huge reaction in Taiwan. The program group invited many experts and religious figures to come and analyze the event. In the end, the people involved in the study were divided into 2 factions, one of which believed that the little girl in the red dress was definitely a supernatural phenomenon. One spiritual studies expert believed that this was the work of ghosts in the mountains, as ghosts have a habit of biting things, which is why the deceased had fangs like those of a dog. A so-called Earth's magnetic field expert also participated in the discussion, pointing out that the magnetic field around the little girl in the red dress was abnormal. Taiwanese religious figures also joined the discussion, with the tantric master claiming that it seemed like a soul was attached to the little girl. Another faction refuted this idea, suggesting that the so-called little girl in the red dress was probably just a local resident. Subsequently, the program group went to investigate on site. They visited local residents but found that no one had seen the little girl in the red dress. This makes the whole incident even more mysterious and puzzling, and no one knows who this little girl is and where she comes from. They then searched at a school, even broadcasting the image of the little girl in the red dress through the classroom TV for students to see. After the video was shown, a little boy pointed out that he had seen the little girl in the red dress before, following her until she suddenly disappeared. The appearance of the little boy not only did not help the progress of the case, but made the whole incident even more mysterious and puzzling. He was not sure if the little girl in red he saw was the same one in the video, but what he confirmed was that he saw the girl's pale face, which left a deep impression on him. With the spread of the red-dressed little girl incident, more and more cases related to her have appeared on the radio station. Although these cases are different from each other, they share a common point. Anyone who has a relationship with this girl will encounter misfortune. One of the contributors claimed to be a vice manager of a bank, who once invited 3 friends to go hiking together and brought a camera to record the scenery. The 4 of them climbed and took pictures without any abnormalities. When they descended the mountain, one of their friends with poor physical strength left early and planned to wait for everyone at the foot of the mountain. They watched their friend gradually move away and finally disappear on the winding mountain road. Half an hour later, the 3 of them had returned to the foot of the mountain, but their friend had not appeared. They began to worry that their friend might be lost, so they shouted and searched while looking for him. But they couldn't find him after searching for a long time. They reluctantly notified their friend's family, but after searching for several days, they found nothing. Because they could not find the body, the police could only list it as a missing person case. Even more bizarrely, this person had a connection with the red-dressed little girl. In March of the following year, several college students went hiking and found the body of a middle-aged man on a platform in the middle of a waterfall. When they tried to rescue him, a rockfall occurred on the mountain, and the college students were injured and had to retreat first. After receiving treatment, they asked the rescue team to check the body. However, these students encountered the situation of hitting a ghost wall on their way down the mountain and always could not find the way out, wandering for 2 days before finally leaving. When the police arrived at the scene, they found that the dead man was Mr. Lee, who went missing last year. What was even stranger was that his body posture was very strange, and his clothes were neatly taken off and placed aside, with his whole body lying sideways on top. When they looked through the camera, they found a little girl in a red dress standing not far from them, staring at Mr. Lee. However, the people involved did not notice the presence of this little girl during their hiking experience that day, so everyone began to speculate whether it could be the Mothman. There's a legend that the Mothman is short and light on its feet, with incredibly agile movements. Some say its appearance is incredibly strange, with a face that's a bit like a monkey and a bit like an old man's. And in Taiwan, there have been many rumors of missing persons cases related to the Mothman. In 2009, someone claiming to be a program assistant at the time revealed online that the supernatural footage we see is not complete. The original video was about 10 minutes long, and the little girl in a red dress had been following the group for some time. She said there was a section before the video we see where the little girl had already been following the family and was standing by some rocks on a wooden boardwalk. After watching the video, she began having nightmares and was frequently awakened by them. As a result, she warned netizens not to ask her for the video, as she did not own the copyright. Although the video was on her tape, she did not dare to watch it again. Given all the doubts, why didn't the producers choose to release the complete video and create a more topical program? Or is it because the complete video itself has secrets that cannot be revealed to the audience? Years later, producer Ling Juan still emphasizes the authenticity and horror of the little girl in a red dress in various programs and warns everyone not to touch the taboo of the little girl in a red dress. The Tag-along is a Taiwanese movie adapted from the real-life event of a little girl in a red dress. It was released in 2015 and earned $30 million box office revenue within 3 days. 2 years later, in 2017, it was followed by a second installment featuring Taiwanese stars. The lead actress of the first and second films, Wei Shu, has stated that the cast and crew encountered paranormal events during the filming process. Due to her fear of ghosts, she needed to wear 4 talismans to feel at ease. In addition, after filming a particular scene, actress Rainy Yang felt uncomfortable and nauseous. Even after taking a break, she didn't feel better until she put on a Buddhist prayer bead, which made her feel more comfortable. Both of them have expressed a great deal of respect and reverence towards ghosts. In 2018, another film was released titled The Tag-along, Devilfish, and the little girl in the red dress became a representative figure in Taiwanese horror films, continuing to have commercial value. So what do you think about the little girl in the video? Is she really a ghost? Or was she just a trap set up by the program for the sake of hype? Feel free to leave a comment and let me know. That's all for today's story. If you enjoyed my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.